This is the fly for today's video, and it is called the White Death. This is a very popular streamer pattern for Lake Erie steelhead where they've got a lot of emerald shiners. And this is kind of my take on it. I've added a little extra flash, and I've also added some olive highlights along the back here to simulate the back of the minnow a little better. I find that if you have a little bit different fly than everybody else has, especially with pressured fish, you tend to do better. So this is my take on it, and here's how we tie it. Okay. So here's a streamer hook. And get that in there. I'm going to start out with red thread. And just run that all the way down the hook shank. Doesn't have to be tight. And I'll trim that off. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to use real small diameter pearl body tubing. I'm going to measure it out about like that. I'll cut that. Get the core out of it. Just kind of grind that down onto the end so we got some excess. And we'll lasso that. A couple of good tight wraps on that. Okay, now we're going to come in with white bunny fur. I'm going to take... The trouble with bunny fur is it goes everywhere. So I want about that much. So I got it all measured out. And we're going to bring that down and split that in the back. About like that. I'm going to take a hair clip. And I'm just going to clamp that all up in the front. Get that split part right over our thread. Lasso it in. And we're going to make a bunch of wraps because I want that to show, because that's kind of like a bloody minnow color, like a minnow that got chomped in the tail. So there's that. Now, this one's real awkward to do a whip finish on, but it is doable. So you got to take a big loop, that in there, bring it around, you got to loop it over everything. I like to get 3 wraps of that. And get the hook on the whip finisher on it and pull it tight. Get my thread trimmed off. And I want to get a little bit of head cement on that. Grab a needle. so we got head cement in there. Undo the hair clamp. Bring the whole strip back. Clamp it again. Now we're going to come in with black thread. Find the front of our hook eye. Start the thread, come around with some good tight wraps. And pull that up tight. Trim the thread off. Now we got to go around and get rid of the excess mylar. Try to get it as tight as you can get it so you don't have to have a problem when you make the head of the fly. So get that whole section down good and tight. Okay. Bring our bunny strip in. And take and push back the hair in the front. Couple of wraps. Pull it tight. And get some good solid wraps in there. If you end up with little stray hairs, you can just grab them and pull them out. I want to clip this as tight as I can get it to the front. And that should be good. Last step, I'm going to put a little flash into this fly. So I got about 5 strands of kind of an olive color mylar flash. I'm going to put it in about that much on each side of the fly. Trim that off. Should have trimmed it better than that. Well, actually, let's line it up a little better. Now we'll trim it off. And we'll come over to the other side and do the same thing. My length. Just do the head of the fly. whip finish in. Trim the thread. So on something like this one, I like using black lacquer, so I'm going to use that for the head cement. That makes it look nice. Okay, so we got that. And the final touch, grab a Kleenex. We're going to do some hairstyling. Go ahead and just take the top longer hairs on the bunny strip. And we're going to add some olive highlights. Some more back here. Kind of a section we didn't get. And when you get done, something that looks like that. It's a pretty neat streamer. So that's my take on the White Death. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and send in any comments that you have. I get back to everybody. As always, thanks for watching.